So, this week's news, there's some obvious sequels to what happened last week. So, we've had the bug fix for FaceTime. Hasn't come this week, it's expected to be next week. So, this isn't that surprising really, because they want to make sure they get it right after facing lawsuits over the bug existing. Now, Microsoft has started to roll out a new feature for developers. So Xbox Live, which has always been partly accessible from off of a Microsoft device, so like on your Switch, on your iPhone or whatever, you have the option to see chats and see what your friends are doing, but nothing more than that. Microsoft's session at the Game Developers Conference shows that Xbox Live will now have a developer kit which will integrate the usual features set into Android, iOS and Switch games. You shouldn't expect games to support this immediately, as the developer pack won't be finished yet, and also once you've got the developer kit you still have to code it into a game, so you do have the issue of waiting for developers to integrate this into their games. So the company's position seems to have shifted from "you must use our devices to get our features" to "use our services, please use our services." So this is also similar to the run of ads recently, showing how Office 365 is better than Office 2000, the latest version of Office. Another new feature is Facebook Messenger has now added an unsending feature. They've finally given this permission to all users after it was revealed that Mark Zuckerberg had access to the feature. So this will let you solve the issue of sending that embarrassing picture to your mother rather than your girlfriend, or whatever, something like that, or spelling mistakes. So the new option, when you select a message, within 10 minutes of sending it, you'll now have the option to remove for you or to remove for everyone. So this means that you will pull it from everyone's inboxes, but everybody that you sent that message to will get an alert saying that you deleted a message. So you can't use it as a catch-all to insult your parents. Now, a leaked image shows the Galaxy S9 buds charging on the back of an S10 Plus. So this gives you several things, such as confirming wireless charging for these Galaxy buds, confirming reverse charging for the Samsung S10, and in addition to this feature for the Galaxy buds, to set them apart from the Apple AirPods, we don't know much, but rumours say it will have Bluetooth 5, 8GB of internal storage, and better battery life. All this while a source claims that the retail price will be €10 cheaper than the AirPods, showing that either Samsung is cutting corners somewhere, or, as I feel more inclined to believe, Apple has inflated their prices a bit. Now this one's quite funny actually. Google has been sent a cease and desist by NYPD. So this letter said they needed to drop a feature of the Waze app. So this feature was the ability to basically drop a pin on the map to let others know where there was, say, a speed trap. However, the issue is you can write a small note to say what it is. So that allows you to alert users to, say, drink driving stops. So you obviously will know whether to expect a speed trap and slow down, or to go a different route because you're drunk and there's people checking whether or not you are. While these roadblocks are publicised in advance, those that are intoxicated might not realise what's going on. So Google's taken this stance and has no intention of removing the feature, because it says that informing drivers about speed traps allows them to be more careful and make safer decisions while they're on the road. This isn't a surprise thing from the tech giant, as they have been facing pressure to remove this feature for years. So this really is nothing new. It's just that NYPD's taken it a bit higher of a level. Now there's this new Chrome extension that will allow you, when you input a password, even if you don't use a password manager, to tell you if it has been leaked. So if you follow proper password practices, which I hope you all do, unlike me, and use different passwords for every account, it means that as soon as you log into that account, you'll get a warning saying that your password has been breached and that you should change it. So Google says that only partial hashed unsafe passwords are stored in your browser and that it does not report to them, and it does obviously come with the sticker of a big tech giant. So if somebody then hacks Google and manages to get hold of your passwords, you've got somebody to sue. This obviously is not the first tool of its type. HaveIBeenPwned.com comes to mind. It does have the credentials of the multinational company, and it checks live. It doesn't require you to go, say, put your email address into a website to check if it has ever been involved in a data breach. Apple is now appearing to make a new key component for their iPhones, etc., in-house. So the team behind Apple's processors now appears to have been tasked with creating the company's modems. So this previously has been outsourced to Intel and Qualcomm. Obviously the modem is critical to your phone because this is what allows it to connect to your carrier's data network, and this will cost a large amount to start and take some time for Apple, but it will come with savings for them and hopefully us as consumers, because each modem currently costs Apple $15 to $20. So we've then got a load of stuff about 5G. So Apple is not expected to launch this for the next year, which puts them behind some Android manufacturers such as Huawei and Samsung. But integrating the modem into the CPU would make always connected AR headsets, etc., easy to accomplish, as integrating them onto one die should, in theory, give the company better battery life and set them apart from other things such as the flop that was Google Glass. Now, Spotify has made a change to its terms and conditions that could affect quite a few users. So they're taking a harder stance on ad blockers. So what they're saying is that the following is not permitted: circumventing or blocking ads. So this will obviously create issues for some people that have been using it for free and now will have to pay, and the actions will also, to put a big threat behind it, result in termination or suspension of your account. So obviously these ads allow Spotify to offer this free version of its service. So while the ads only make up 12% of the income, the fact that they will also drive people to pay for the subscriptions, which is obviously the other 88% of the income, means that they will get a large amount, and it shows why they will have interests in preventing ad blocking and piracy, as this would cut into their subscriber base and obviously their bottom line. With them being a company, that is what this is about in the end. Now, this is another privacy invasion by iPhone. So iPhone apps, for some reason, have been invading privacy So several apps use analytics service, for example Glassbox, see how their apps perform and how users interact. These are used to improve performance and help companies improve their apps. Sounds good so far. The issue is they also can record user screens, collect precise location info, and more. All this came to light after an Air Canada data breach leaked 20,000 users' personal data, including passport numbers. There was then, obviously, investigations, and somebody found out that it was to do with the lack of proper protection of privacy with the scraping of usage data. So, it recorded passwords and recorded keystrokes and didn't properly block out the boxes containing extremely personal data. Websites have obviously been recording keystrokes for years, so this isn't new, but they don't usually screenshot when you input personal data. So, the biggest problem is that they don't even show that they're recorded in their privacy policy. Apple has created quite a large threat, as developers have to add it to their policy or remove the feature, otherwise they will be basically have their app booted off the App Store. So, final story of the week. A new Chrome update will allow you to solve those issues with, say, Amazon Music, where your music is suddenly starts playing in the background. You have to dig through all your tabs to find where it actually is. So this means that Chrome will now play nicely with, you know, those multimedia keys you've got that do pause, play, skip tracks, etc. It will allow you to use those on your laptop. So this feature also works whether it's in the foreground, so you're currently viewed tab, or the background buried somewhere from years gone by. So it means you'll be able to stop whatever video or audio you've been listening to after your lunch break, if you like that. So the update will be given next month and will be supported by Windows, macOS and Chrome OS. Linux support, unfortunately for those of you on it, is coming at a later date. So can you like, favourite, shares? It helps us out, as obviously just getting started. We need to build our channel base, and we will have new videos coming later on this week.